Hi guys, Trading Mamas here. Just want to make a video to show you guys how to trade in a TFSA in 5 simple steps. So a lot of you are new investors and just wanted to make a quick summary video to show you guys how to do this. So before we get started, I just wanted to say that I'm not a financial advisor and this video is for entertainment purposes only. So please make your own research and due diligence when making investment decisions. So just before we get started, if you could hit that like button and subscribe button, that would be great. So I'm just going to be talking about a TFSA in this video. There are other ways to invest, but my favorite way is a TFSA because of the tax-free savings. So I'm going to be focusing on that here. So there's different ways you could open a TFSA, and we're going to be focusing on self-directed, and that's because I want you guys to all be able to have access to all the different stocks and ETFs that you'd like. So if you look at the banks on this side, there's 2 ways to open a TFSA with the bank. One is through the branch, and that way a financial advisor would be making your trades for you, and it's not self-directed. So they only have access to the bank's funds, which are very limited and don't allow you all the choices you'd get with a self-directed TFSA. So if you are going to go with a bank, you can open it online. You can open your TFSA online with any of these different services. So make sure it's the direct investing or the investor's edge or the iTrade or the BMO investor line. And if you don't want to go with a bank, you can use one of the other trading services here. So just to mention Wealthsimple Trade, I just wanted to make a distinction because if you go on the Wealthsimple site and you look at the products they offer different products. So there's invest, cash trade, crypto. So if you want to be trading self-directed stocks, you have to pick the trade options. If you go with invest, you're going to be only able to choose one of their pre-made funds. So make sure you go on trade, and then through the trade, you can open a TFSA with them. So that's how you do it with Wealthsimple. Make sure you don't hit that invest button by accident because it could be a pain to switch over afterwards. So once you open your account, you'll need to fund your TFSA. So depending on the platform you're with, most of them you can just transfer from your checking account. Questrade offers a bill payment through your checking account. Some of them offer e-transfers. So make sure you always have like enough cash in the account. You can't use credit cards, unfortunately. So make sure you have enough cash. The next step is to research your company. So some people have already done this even before opening an account. But basically, there's different ways you can do this. You can Google the company name, watch YouTube videos, go to Yahoo Finance, search for different articles about the company, the current news affecting the company, and also broader issues affecting the market. One important thing I really like to do is to go to the company website directly, and they often have an investor presentation with a lot of useful information for investors. And you can also go to an ETF website if that's what you're interested in. So once you go to that website, you'll also be able to get the ticker name. So that's like usually a 4-letter symbol that you'll need to enter when making trades, because every company has that. Every company that's publicly listed on the stock market has that ticker. So you'll need to get that information. So the next step is to track stocks and open a practice trading account. So once you figured out which companies you're interested in, what you would do is download a trading app. Some people use like an iPhone app or Yahoo Finance. I like to use the TradingView app. So this is TradingView right here. So if you can see on the right side, these are the companies that I'm sort of tracking. Some of them I have. And then if you look at the price right here, this is the price of what the stock is right now, and this price changes every few seconds while the market is open during market hours. So let's say I wanted to add a company. I just go up here, look for whichever one I wanted to add, enter the ticker symbol, and then hit the plus button, and then it'll show up on my list. So let's say I'm in Tesla. See, this price keeps changing now. I'm going to go to full featured chart, and if I go here, there's a lot of tools available to me. I can see how the stock has been doing over the last month or a few days, that kind of thing. And there's different options you can use here to do your analysis on when to buy, when to sell, that kind of thing. Generally, you want to buy when it's low, sell when it's high. So you can do a whole other video about trading view, but basically that's it in a nutshell. And then once you've done that, you're sort of ready to start paper trading. So what I always recommend is opening a practice account on Questrade. So it's really easy to do this. You just have to enter a few details, and then basically what you get is $1 million virtual cash, so 500,000 Canadian, 500,000 US, that you can play around with and make trades all virtually, so you're not risking anything. And you can sort of play around with it, practice for 90 days, and then once you get really comfortable with it, then you're ready for step 5, which is to start trading in your TFSA. So this can be really exciting to place your first trade. I've done some videos on how to place trades in different trading platforms, so you can look at that if you want to review. But basically look for good entry and exit points. Enter all your trades in a Google Doc. So some of the apps or platforms don't really have good ways of tracking and trading, so you don't really know how much you've made, that kind of thing. So I like to use this Google Doc somebody had created, and it's sort of, especially when you have like a lot of different stocks, if you have one or two, it's easy to track. But if you have a lot of different stocks, it sort of gives you an analysis, and it's really nice. You can see percentages, you're up and down, that kind of thing. This is not my portfolio, by the way, it's just a sample. But basically you enter your whatever you want to, whatever your transaction you're buying or selling, you enter it in here, and then it creates like a summary for you so you know how much you're up or down. And it has really nice tools you could use for analysis. So this is a good one. I'll put the link down below as well. One thing to remember, don't panic if your stocks dip. If it's a good long-term, if it's a good company, just hold long-term and you should be fine. If it's not a good company, that's another story, but we'll go there in a different video. Also have like a target in mind. So do you want to sell when you have 20% gain, 50%, 100%? Sort of have a general idea. You can sort of change that as you go along, but it's good to have a target in mind. So that's basically it. Once you've reached your goal, whatever you're saving for, a house or a car, whatever you want, once you've reached that goal and you have enough money in the account and you're up, you can withdraw and spend as you wish. So just keep in mind, the stock market does go up and down. So if you have a target like sell in a year or 2 years, you might not be able to, because you don't really want to sell when you're down. So try not to have a very specific timeline, but make sure like you sell when you're at a good profit. Don't sell when you're down. So that's basically it in a nutshell. If you'd like to see me expand on any of these steps, please leave it down in the comments below, and I can make a separate video addressing that issue. But have fun, guys. Trade safe, and I'll see you later.